The heart rate accuracy of the AMAZFIT GTS4 Mini was okay at best. Yes, the average heart rate was pretty much accurate. But what about the max? How were the peaks represented? Well, that's what we'll talk about in this video. Let's get into it.
If you are new to Wes Knows Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video from Wes Knows Tech News and Reviews. Today we'll be doing a heart rate accuracy test with the all-new AMAZFIT GTS4 Mini. So I have already done quite a few reviews of the AMAZFIT GTS4 Mini. Now I think it stands up absolutely better than the previous GTS2 Mini. That's actually quite interesting because there was never a 3 Mini. It was just the GTS2 Mini and then the GTS4 Mini. Anyways, well, the GTS4 Mini is a great watch. It does look a bit more premium than the GTS2 Mini. It's got an aluminium frame, great display, 1.65 inches, 309 ppi, 5 satellite networks. It also gets 126 sport modes. Now, all of these sport modes are actually goal-based. So you can set an objective, such as calories to be burned, distance to be ran, walked, or cycled. And of course, you can actually set a time objective. So pretty cool features on this very budget, yet cool smartwatch. Now we'll be testing the optical heart rate sensor on the back here, because this is the thing that emits the green light on top of your wrist and catches the reflection to calculate your heart rate. So what was the benchmark for this test? And that was the Polar H10 ECG chest strap. So this chest strap was sitting on top of my chest, very close to the heart, and hence calculating and measuring very accurate heart rate readings. Now that will be the benchmark, and of course we'll be testing the AMAZFIT GTS4 Mini and how well it actually did. The workout was actually performed at my local gym. So I went there to do a high intensity interval training set, and that is basically your HIIT workout. So I did a bit of warm up, then went into the exercises, then I had some cool down exercises, and that's it. So basically 45 minutes of activity. Now that we've set up the scene, let's actually get into the results. So first of all, let's take a look at the plot from the Polar H10 ECG chest strap. And what do we see? Well, we can see the throws on either side of the plot, and they do evidence the warm-up times as well as the cool-down times. And then, of course, in the middle of the plot, we see 3 peaks, and they actually represent the 3 sets within which there were the certain exercises at an intermittent times. So there we go. So we can see an average heart rate of 124 beats per minute with a max of 169 beats per minute. So, okay, we have the benchmark. Now let's take a look at what the AMAZFIT GTS4 Mini has actually shown us. And, well, what do we see here? Well, we see pretty much a similar picture. Similar, but not the same. There are the 3 peaks, there are the throws on either side. The average is quite close, 125 beats per minute. So really we're off by just 1 beat per minute, and that is less than 1%. No issue there. But what about the max? Well, we actually see a max or a peak measured at 177 beats per minute, and that is an issue because that is actually 8 beats per minute above what we saw on the Polar H10 chest strap. So that gives us a variance of just under 5%. It's not awful, but it's there. Now let's actually take a look at the plot, and we can see the 3 definitive peaks. Yet, if we recall what we saw on the Polar H10, well, we actually saw that the second peak or the middle peak is where I reached the highest heart rate. That's where I reached 169 beats per minute. While on the AMAZFIT GTS4 Mini, we can see that the peak was apparently reached on the first set or on the first peak, and that doesn't really make sense because, well, usually when I work out, I know that the first set is there for you to warm up, to get into it. Second is when you push hardest, and the third is when, well, you're pretty much getting tired and you just wish this whole thing was over. So there we go. We can see that in general the results are not bad, they're sort of in line, but the 5% variance of the peak is a bit of a worry. But then again, it is a budget fitness smartwatch, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Anyways, thanks for watching this review and heart rate accuracy test of the Amazfit GTS4 Mini. If you enjoyed this test, please drop me a like. If you want to see more, then you know what to do. Please hit the red subscribe button below the video, and I'll see you in the next one.